Hello guys, so welcome back to another session of WordPress Pro. So this is where we left off on uh, installation using the WP local WP. So at that point, this is where we got to. We had the 2024 installation that was just done using the WP. So if you're new to WordPress and this is the first time you're watching my video, so you can go to the first video that actually gives you insight as to how to do the installation using local WP, a very easy platform to use. So now we're going to look at how to build our website, our marketing website with WordPress, and we're going to look at how to edit all the various elements you can see over here. So we're going to look at how to edit the entire footer. We're going to look at how to look at the various heroes, look at the headers, and change the menu and all of that. So let's go on to the WP local and see how we can start. So this is WP local. So the WP local, like I said, is the easiest ways to install WordPress and to start working on that. So on this, you can see you can have access to the folders by clicking on go to the site folder, and you can see that when I click on it, it comes here and it gives me access to the folder. So if you click on app and click on public, it gives you access to all the WordPress folders. So if you want to import or you want to make any changes on the folders, you can just come here and you can do that. Now on this, you can, if you want to go to your website, you click on go to website. That's what we have. So you can see that when you click on that, it brings us to our web page. And now when you click on WP admin, it's going to open up to the admin page. So this is the admin page. It just opens it up for us directly. So now we have to enter. So I use root as my pass and root. So what? Root as well. Yes, that is what I use for the entire. So now it's going to launch it up for me. So you can see that it just opened up the backend for me. So what is cool about local is that, let's say you don't want to be entering your password every time, then when you come on, you can just come here to one-click domain. So you can see that now it's off. So you can click on and it goes on. So now you can see that it straight away it brings my login credentials right here. So now if anytime I click on admin, I wouldn't have to go enter my password. Straight away it's going to bring me straight to the back end, and that is how cool it is to use this tool. So check it out and read more about it. So you can see there are a lot of details in here, gives you a lot of settings, and you can see that it's running on the local host 138. So you can use that. So that is how cool it is. So let's go onto the website and let's start building. So here is our WordPress. So what is cool about WordPress is that you can see that it gives you the entire element for you to start building a blog. So WordPress actually was built for blog development, and you can also use it for any kind of website right now. So it gives you the posts, it gives you the media. So this is like for those who are at the beginning. If you're a pro, you already know all this stuff, so you don't have to. But just for the sake of someone who's just watching the video for the first time, let's just go through. So this is the media where you can put in your pictures. So this is the post side where you can post articles. So you can see it gives us hello world with the themes that is provided by WordPress, and this is the pages where you can create new pages. And this here is the comments. So if someone sends a comment about your website, your blog, or anything, you're going to see it here. There's appearance. Appearance gives you access to this theme. So this is the theme that is already running. This is the 2024 theme that is by default installed by WordPress. This is the 2023 theme, this is the 2022 theme, and this here is an empty site where you can import new theme if you've downloaded a new theme. And this here is the edit section. So most people don't actually know the edit section exists. So this is where you can actually edit your WordPress themes without, you can customize it directly from here. WordPress gives you that access to actually edit it without installing any third-party editor, or you can do all the changes. So you can see here that there is navigation. So you can go to a single page and you see that it shows edit page list. So you can come here and you can go a single page and edit. So you can make edits and changes to it, as you can see. So this here, you can just come here, you can make changes to it, you can edit anything, change the pictures, eliminate this and all of that. So straight away you can just be editing everything on the scratch. That is how cool it is to use that feature on WordPress. All right, so you can go back to change. So now if I don't want to go from navigation, I want to go to the template. I can select that, and I could select which particular one. Let's say I want to do the blog theme. All right, so I can increase the post per page. I can also disallow comment, or I can allow comment. I can look into the header area, so you can see that it gives me access to the header area only. All right, so I can also go to let's say the footer. All right, so I can select the footer, so you can see that it gives me samples of footer options that I can use. That is how cool it is working with WordPress. So I can just, let's say that I want my footer to look like this. I can select this one. I think it's low because this here is option that you have to pay for. So let me go back from the pattern. So um, let me take you back. So yeah, if you come to the appearance, if you are new to WordPress, you don't actually have to go here. I mean, it's just a part of, for pros, those who actually understand what you're doing. So you can go through. So this section is the plugin section where you can import new plugins, right? So you can just get in if you have any plugin you want to add up. And users, this is where you can actually assign users. So you can see that when we're doing a selection, I use root. So root is the new user. So I can also edit it. You can see the edit feature over here, and I can change all the details and all of that. So I can also add a new user by coming here and clicking on that and add a new user, add some credentials, and all of that is good to go. And I can check out my profile. So click on that and you can see the profile, the host that is based on, the email that I use, the nickname I use. I can add a picture here and all of that. So that is how cool WordPress is. There's also the tool section where you can have all the various tool elements where you can import, you can export tools. So you can just come here and import, let's say a blogger, you can import blogger. You can also import categories. You can import live journal, movable types, RSS feeds, and WordPress. You can do that. So you can just import WordPress from here as well. And you can also export. So here you can export posts, you can export all the content, you can export the media, you can download the export file and then export it to a different website. So let's say you have a website and you have a content here that you want to export. You can just come here and you can select what you want to export. You can now, if it's a post, you select whether it's all or it's uncategorized. If I had a little categories, it was going to be showing. And you can select the author for that. You can also select the date, from which date to which date, and you can select the status, whether it's published, scheduled, draft, pending, private. You can do all that, and then you can also select the pages. All right, so you can also select the media, like it gives you access to export anything you want to export from this particular website to another website. You can also check on the WordPress health from here. So this is where you can see what if there's any security issue with your WordPress. You can see that it's scanned and it says it's good. I don't have any problem with my WordPress. So I can also see the info section where it's also going to give me more info about my website. So either I want to see what my WordPress version that I have, the language is based on, the time zone, and a whole bunch of stuff that gives you over here. So this is for if you're very new to WordPress and you haven't gone through all this site. This is to give you an insight as to how WordPress is. So you can also see the database from here. That is what a lot of people don't know, that WordPress is extensively based on MySQL database, and this is the version. It gives you the latest version when you install WordPress, and it gives you also the client version, and then you set it up and all of that, so you can see this is what you have on the WordPress. So this is how cool it is with WordPress, and I think that is so. There's also erase personal data. So let's say you have some personal data on WordPress you want to erase. You can use this version, to actually do that. You can enter the username or the email, and you can send a confirmation and request it to be deleted. That could also be done in WordPress. So that is a bit about. So let's also go to the settings section. This is where you can change your WordPress name. You can add a tagline. You can choose a logo. You can this is your URL for WordPress. So let's say if you have an existing domain, you can change this and put in your new domain over there. You can change administrative email. You can change you can select whether anyone can register or you don't allow any. So at this moment, not anyone else, no one can register except unless I give the permission. So I don't have to select that. And you can select this kind of user, whether it should be a contributor, a subscriber, order, whatever you want it to be. You can also change the language. You can change the time zone, and you can also change the starting date. So that is how easy it is to customize. So if you go on to settings, you can have access to all of these. And some important things are like the reading side, where you can change whether your WordPress should show the static page. So it's mostly very important to know whether you are whatever site you're building, if you want it to show a static page or you want it to just show the latest post. If it's a blog page, a blog website, then you literally want to show the local post. If not, you can change it to a static post. That will be like the standing homepage. So when you select that, you're going to see that it gives you access to the homepage where you can select the kind. If you have the homepage, you can select. So you can see that I've not actually built any homepage, so it just gives me a sample page. All right. So you can also select the post page, which when you create one, you can just select over here. That is if you want that to show whenever somebody opens the website. Other than that, you can always leave it at the latest post, and you're good to go. And when you come to the permalinks, it's also very important. So the permalinks, this WordPress offers you the ability to create a custom URL structure for your permalinks and archives. So the custom URL structures can improve the statistics and also usability and forward compatibility to your link. So it gives you access for you to actually change or customize. So you can see when you come here, there is a customized structure where you can customize your WordPress, and you also have you want it. There's a plain section where you can see the length of your WordPress website. There's a section that's going to add a date and time, so you can see that there's a date and name, and there's the month and name is equally being added, and there's also numbers. So these are like all the various samples you can use, or you can just go here and then sample, make a customized WordPress URL. So that is an option that you can use. This is a cool way to go by. So that is the cool things about. So now that we looked at all the elements at the back end of the WordPress, now let's go on to the front end where we can actually begin to see what we can do. So if you are very okay with Gutenberg development, you basically don't need any WordPress builder. You can just go to edit site like we did, and you can start working on it. You can start making any changes you want with that. So let's say that if I want to edit that from front end, I click on that edit, and it brings me here. So here I can just change this logo. So I can just make changes to it. So let's say that I want it to be e-commerce. So I can just delete on this web. Let me go back. I think I deleted too much. Yeah. So I can just delete on this, and I can make it e-commerce. All right. So this is a written logo. I can also change, import a new logo to it. So let me say that this site logo should be. Let me go get it from. Let me. So I don't have any image here. So let me go get one from my desktop. Let me see what I can get. So okay. Okay, so let me use this logo called ShareFast. So ShareFast is actually a website that we actually e-learning platform we bring it on board very soon to be launched, so you can quickly have access to it. So you can see that this is ShareFast. So with that, it means I can decide to take this one off and I can use this. So this is how cool it is. And now I can also use so I can also add the what we call it. I can add a header here. Menu. Okay, so let me select this. Let me look for something like menu or something like that. So you can see that now I don't have any menu right here, but I can do that. So I can download one, but let me see what I can get. So it gives you WordPress classic blog. Okay, so I'm trying to see if I could create a menu with this. So let me see if I can get a header instead. Okay, so you see that these are the headers available. So WordPress gives me templates part that I can just select. So I can select this and I can use that header, or I can just select template part, or I can just choose from any of these headers right here, as you can see. So let me choose this one. This one looks nice. So that is what I'm going to be using for this. I think it just let me go back and let me choose it again. All right, so let me set it again. So let me now come here and select a new header. Okay, so this is what we wanted to use. So let me select this header here. So now I can delete this down here. All right, and let's use this header. So this is the header we just created, and this is the sample page menu. So we can now create a menu here. So now I can add new menus over here. So I can add a new page. Let me see, custom button here. So that's going to be download. All right, just something. All right, so we'll just download. So this is going to be a button that you can click. I can also add another one, and that's going to be like blog. All right, okay. So this will be my new menus that I have right here that I can always. So you can see that I can also edit it. I can make changes to it anytime. I can make it bold. From here, I can add URL links. I can position it. I can also add a button to it. All right, so add that to be filled. So you can see that if I fill it, then it becomes a button like that, or I can just edit it to something else. All right, so it gives me this page to show all the edit I can do with that. All right, so now let me save it and let me publish it. Now if I should go to the front end, so you can see that it gives me access to it here. Now I can see that this is the menu we just created. Stream fast, sample page, download. This is what we just did. This is you working with WordPress without any builder. So it means that you're working with WordPress locally from the backend without any third-party plugins or any like maybe Elementor or Divi or anything. You can use these tools to work on that. Right, so that is how cool it is. If you want to edit, use the full site editing tool. So let's try to build something more with this. Right, so let's try to build something more with it. Let's try to change, or let's add some kind of something cool here. So let me see if I could introduce another block here. No, let me come to this side. All right, let me add a new line here. So if you click on this arrow, this plus sign here is going to allow me to add new template part. I can add a paragraph and all of that. So let me just pick up a template and let me choose which one is cool to add at this moment. So let me see the useful links. This for sidebar. Doesn't sound well for me. So let me look for something like a hero page. I don't think I have anything. So let me come to the side. All right, and choose a pattern. Right, so patterns actually gives you all different patterns you can add up. Right, so you can have a banner. So you can see that it gives you samples of banners you can use. You can also choose based on which part you're working. If it's about, it can give you patterns for the about page. All right, you can also look at the gallery to see whatever pictures is out there that you want to apply. You can see that it comes in different arrangement in there that you can use if you want to do something like that. That's how cool this looks. Very cool. Let me see the kind of pictures that it loads up. This is like a 3-column gallery set that you can use, and we also have pages. So these are like gives you sample page that you can just import onto your page to use. All right, so this is the page that actually comes with the 2024 default theme, and these are all the available ones you can use. You can also choose a portfolio, so it also gives you a portfolio kind of arrangement that you can just paste onto your page. So I think I'm going to go with this looks nice, so I'm going to select that one, and this is what I get. So I can use it to work on or to work on my template and all that. So I think I'm going to make it align to the center, and I'm going to put it in groups. Okay, so this was just for simple development for you to see that you can also build with that, and you can just delete it. So if you don't want this, you can just go to delete, and bam, that's gone. But you can see that it's in template, so you have to delete it and like that. So you can see that I keep getting them off one at a time. So I've removed all the elements that were right here. So this is just to say, but nevertheless, if you make any errors here, you don't like what you're seeing, if you want to change anything, you can always undo. You can always undo from here, and you can get it, or you can redo to get it how you want it. All right, so that is how cool it is with editing from here. So now let's try to use some third-party tools. All right, so we can just close this, and we don't have to save it. So let's just leave this page. um, just leave this page. Now let's go on back to the back end. So now if we want to use a tool like Elementor, like we want to use a tool like Divi or Logski or any of these two platforms that you want to use, or you can also use starter themes. So starter themes also gives you easy access to start installation. So with starter themes, what we're going to do is we go to the plugin section, right? So you can see that this is like an existing plugin, classic themes that comes with WordPress. It's a Gutenberg blog, gives you access to the Gutenberg blogs. So we don't want this, so we can deactivate, or we can just leave it there. We can just go and add a new plugin. So let's go here and let's go and download a starter theme. It's called Astra. So Astra kind of gives you starter templates that you can use to develop your website. So you can see here that it tells you starter templates that is also supported by Elementor. It's WordPress and Beaver Builder templates that it gives you for you to straight away install. So you can just click on here, install, and this is what you can. It gives you pre-built themes with a lot of interesting functions and functionalities that you can just use. So it also has widgets. You can see from here that you can just download if you want that. And you can also download the Elementor header and footer themes. So it helps you to build the header and footer. All right. So I'm going to select that. And I'm also going to select the widget. And we're going to see them work. So you can see that now it's installed. So I can just click on activate. So now I'm going to activate this, and now we can use it in, but you should know that it also requires Elementor. So we also need to install Elementor. Elementor is a page builder that you can use to build your website. So now it brings us here, and it says that you can start your website with AI using AI builder, or you can start with a template. So I just want to start with template, so I can just click on that, and you can see that it brings me here, and over here it's loading. All right, so it's loading the templates that I can use. So these are all essential templates that is going to load up for me. And so I'm going to go back because it's not yet loaded. So I can just select the kind of builder that I want over here. All right, so you can see that it gives me the blog build editor. It has also Beaver edit, it supports that, and it has Elementor. So we want to use Elementor. So now that we select Elementor, we can now refresh it, and then it will load up all the themes for us. All right, so we can wait here, or we can just go back. Can just go back to the theme, and we can go and get it started. Now, when we come here to appearance, now that we just installed the starter themes, you can see over here. So notice the appearance is right here. All right, so if we click on that, now it's going to show us all the various bring us back. Yes, because I need to go install Elementals. So let me go back again and go to plugins, and let me go install Elemental. Great, Elemental. So let's click on new plugins, and let's go get Elemental. Okay, so Elemental, just like I said, very popular website builder that you can use to build your website. So you can see that Elemental website builder, more than just a page builder that you can just install, and bam, that is how great it is that we'll need. So you can see that this is also supported by, it's an Elementor header and footer editor. So without Elementor, it's not going to work on its own. So now that we've installed Elementor, we can now begin to use that, and it's going to work clearly. So Elementor is installed. Now we can activate it, and we can start using it. So now we can, Elementor also gives us a chance to create an account, but I don't think I want to create an account right now. So let me just skip it. And there's also a hello teams. I want to skip that as well. Now you can also elevate your site using all this. I'm also going to skip that, but you can do that if you want. And you can start with a blank canvas, or you can just choose a professional design template. I'm just going to skip that, and I'm just going to go back to just have the setup ready. So now Elementor is done, and bam, so it gives me this blank canvas to tell me all the things I can do. And you can see this is the logo we started from the early stage, so it still shows over here. We can always edit it with Elementor. That's how cool it is. So but we are going back to actually see the process we go through to get started with picking a team. So let me take you back again, and let me cancel this. So great, now we're here. So you can see that now we can go on. So now we can start back installing our starter template. So now we are good to go now. So we can just come here. Now you can see that it's loading the themes for us, but we just want it to be an Elementor. So we want to select Elementor. That's what we're using. So this is a template. These are like starter templates that you can easily use to build your WordPress. So with this, just like we said, we're going to be working on a marketing template, marketing website. So we're going to choose the template that is going to work best for us, and we're going to use it for the marketing. So all the pages are now, the team templates are now loading up. So we can just select the best one that's going to work for us. And with this, you can build any kind of website at all. You can just select any free theme, any free template, and you can just edit it and build it to your. So we can see here that we have a digital download store. I think let me choose a template that work great for. But we can just also go here and just search for it. So we can just search for it over here, or you can go to business, and you can see that these are all the available templates there. So we can select agency, and it will give us the agent. So you can see over here as well, you can also select popular, latest. You can select all, premium. All right, so those are options. So now we can choose the one that we want. So this is premium, so we can choose that, but this is free, so we can choose this agency, digital agency teams, and we can voila, use it to build our marketing website. So let's continue on the next video as we go through this entire editing of these themes, and we can see how best we can customize it to suit the kind of value we want. So see you on the next video.